Okay, everybody, this is basically going to be a video of me kind of complaining about eBay and relating a story about a listing that I put on eBay and then eBay removed it, uh, but then I actually got it reinstated. And I don't really love eBay lately, but I have to do eBay. This was actually on another user ID that I do for different auctions or just things I don't want to have my main selling ID because people lately, the more eBay I do, the more that I find people will screw with me and mess around with my listings or just bother me or try and get over on me. So it's like sometimes to preserve feedback and to keep people from screwing around with me, what I'll do is I'll just list on different user IDs that aren't my main one, so I don't wind up getting trolled. Anyway, about 3 weeks ago, maybe something like that, I listed this lot, and we had all these watch parts that we bought years back, and we were going through, and I'm looking, what can I put on eBay to sell, right? And one of the lots that I listed was this large lot of vintage wristwatch buckles for repair, and crafts, and there was a Rolex buckle in there, and there were also Omega buckles, right? So as soon as I list this, I have a lot of people just start emailing me and they're like, I want to buy it offline. Take it down. Because we only started out for $20 and I wasn't really doing these listings. My wife was. So she just started everything really cheap, right? Not knowing that it would get that much interest. So anyway, we listed immediately. I'm getting like a bunch of emails. I'm interested in just the Rolex part. Take it down. I'll buy it for this much. I'm getting like a load of offers, and some of these offers were aggressive where people were just like, they wouldn't leave me alone, they kept bothering me, right? So I'm like not the kind of person that will do that, because 99% of the time whenever someone's asked me to take down a listing so they can buy it privately, they're trying to shortchange me, they're trying to rip me off, it only happened once where someone said to me, I will give you this much if you end a listing, and I didn't get that much. I got less from when the listing ended, and the guy won it, and he saved money. So I was, good for you. But in every other case, whatever offer I've had has been anywhere from like 10% to say about 50 or 60% of my final realized price, right? And so I don't like to do it. I don't like to mess with listing, especially when I get a bunch of people that are all over something like they really want it, right? So anyway, I'm getting offers of like 50, 85, 75. The highest offer went up to 150, and I did wind up selling it, but I'll talk about that later. So anyway, I'm getting all these offers. I'm telling people no, 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 right? And nobody's bidding on it. I'm like, and it's days in. The auction is very close to being completed, right? Um, so one day I'm checking my emails, and lo and behold, from eBay, I got a notice that the listing was removed. And it read something like this: after reviewing your eBay account, we've taken the following action. Listings have been removed. All lists of items that were removed can be viewed at the bottom of this page. We have credit any association. I mean, I'm sure you've gotten these, your listing has been removed, trademark violation, unauthorized items before, right? And what they said was basically they thought my thing was counterfeit, and I could go to eBay for more information, or I could actually call them, which I did, because I was very aggravated because I knew people were screwing with my auction. They were manipulating it. They wanted me to end it and pull out the one buckle and sell it to them privately, and I was like, no, right? So anyway, I called eBay and I complained. I said, look, this is what's going on. And they're like, were of absolutely no help, right? They were like, oh, well, this came directly from the Swatch Group in Sweden. And I'm like, look, someone probably, these watch buyers, they know the Swatch Group, they know who to report it to. Nobody's checking it. You just report it as to them, and they automatically go, if there's any chance that it's counterfeit, without checking, they just take down my listing. And they were like, absolutely no help. They just like, they whatever, wasted my time. So there was an email address that I could check with, right? And they encouraged me to contact the Swatch Group Limited because their complaint was with the Omega, I believe. I had Omega buckles in the thing. So what I did was I did contact them, right? And I was really aggravated. I sent them an email, and basically it read like this: I received this email from eBay where I forwarded the email. So, and I asked them what in my listing was counterfeit, so that I may remove that or those items and correct my listing. I have put 3 links in the email, and it showed the photos, that so they could look at it. And I was like, and I was being all hard ass. I was like, I expect an answer to my query as soon as possible. Thank you for addressing this issue and whatever. Um, so like weeks later, right? And in the interim, I decided to relist the listing with only the Rolex watch. And now I was aggravated. We had only started the whole lot off at $20, but I was like, I didn't really know what the thing would sell for, so I was aggravated. So I relisted only the Rolex buckle, and believe it or not, it went for like I think it was over $200. I'll show a picture of it. 225 maybe, and it was done. I relisted it. I put the other parts to the side. I knew everybody wanted that, and I was aggravated. I started off for $100 this time, and like I said, and I got a wave of offers, because even after the other listing ended, people were like making these offers to me. They're like, "Oh, I see it got taken down. Would you sell it now?" And I'm like, "No," And then I made them wait a week because they were pestering me. When are you going to relist it? When are you going to relist it? So I made them wait a week, and I kept telling everybody, "Oh, I don't like being having my auctions manipulated. I don't like this stuff." I said, if it comes down to it, I will literally flush the Rolex watch band down the toilet. Fortunately, I did not, because like I said, it sold for over $200. Anyway, another week or so goes by, and like I said, it's 3 weeks in, and I get an email answering me from the Swatch Group. So I'm like, oh, let's see what they have to say, right? And basically, they're like, oh, please excuse the delay in getting back to you. Thank you for your message. We will re-examine your offer and get back to you as soon as possible. And I'm like, yeah, right. So I didn't even answer it. I was like, because I was aggravated when I sent the first email, right? So then they email me again, right? And like now a couple of days later, right? Like I said, this has taken 3 weeks, and I've already sold the other thing, so this isn't on my mind. It doesn't matter anymore, right? And to be honest, I relisted the other parts. I just took the thing Omega out because I knew they weren't fake. I knew they weren't counterfeit. It was just people like using eBay and the copyright strikes to just screw with you and mess with you and try and manipulate the way that you sell, which happens a lot. I mean, I've got a lot of complaints. The more eBay I do, the more this happens. And that's why I took a big step away from eBay for a long time, right? But anyway, so this is the last email I got. That what they say is, we have checked again your eBay listing and further examined possible trademark infringements together with our subsidiary Omega. The conclusion is that, in fact, we cannot exclude that your offer is not infringing the trademark and other IP rights of Omega. Please note that the huge amount of products offered on eBay does not allow a trademark owner to contact in each case offerer in order to verify with him or her particular offer. If you relist the watch on eBay, please make sure, I'll read the whole thing. If you relist the watch on eBay, please make sure to only use your photos and stock photos and no stock photos as published in our brand's catalog or website. Furthermore, we have also informed eBay about this fact and requested the release of your offer. Should you have further queries, opinions, please do not hesitate to contact me, whatever. So I was like, you know what? You guys didn't give me a straight answer. And again, I was aggravated. So I figured, who needs you anymore? I already relisted it. I already made my money off of it. So I wrote back, hi, what's your name, right? Thanks for finally getting back to me, right? And I did put finally in there because I meant finally. But after reading your email, to me it sounds like you're saying that you can't tell if the buckles were counterfeit or not. Probably because the buckles were vintage watch buckles that came from a very old watch repair shop. This is what frustrated me the most because A, it sounds like you didn't even check the listing before you reported it, which in my mind is an abuse of the use of eBay's trademark protection rules. And B, I honestly believe that you and the Swatch Group were used as a tool to manipulate my listing, and that's why I had called eBay with my concern about it. I'll explain the reason I believe the Swatch Group was used as a pawn. It's because The lot contained a Rolex buckle that many eBay buyers wanted and kept requesting that I end the listing so that they could buy it privately. In fact, I believed I received at least 20 emails on the listing from buyers requesting me to do that. When these eBayers didn't get their way, the listing was reported to the Swatch Group, and then we all know what happened after that. I was really kind of pissed off, so you'll see in my last sentence. Anyway, I would have liked to thank you for being helpful, but I will not because you were not. Even this last email you sent to me was so vague that I am aggravated with myself for taking the precious time out of my life to read the entire thing. Whatever. So anyway, a little while after that, hours, I get a notice from eBay that the listing was reinstated. So yay, I won, I guess, right? It's like, hey, hello, blah, blah, blah. We have restored your listing. The list of the reinstated items can be viewed at the end of this message. To see these items in my eBay, click the activity tab and whatever. You know what? It doesn't matter. It was over. It was done. I already sold the thing. I didn't need your help. But like I said, in a way, I guess I won. So I guess if you feel, I don't know if I'm going to say the moral of this is, but if you feel that someone's manipulated or screwed with you and your listing, call up eBay, contact the other people doing it, and maybe you'll win. Because otherwise, you really have no choice. They just removed the whole thing. It's like wiped clean from eBay and everything. So I'm not gonna say that. The happy ending of this was that I sold the Rolex buckle, which I really didn't know was so valuable when we listed it. So for the money that we did. But I will also say it was with no help from eBay or the Swatch Group. I guess I just want to say that it's nice to kind of win against eBay every once in a while, and in this case, I did sort of win.